moving!
Hi guys, it's Pure Gamer, and today, well, we're going to be going over the Ready or Not trailer. We're going to be going over it. Obviously, you're going to hear it in bits of it, some of it you won't. But basically, I'm going to play the full trailer for you once. So that's going to be 8 minutes overall. And then you'll have us going over the actual full trailer.
Talk to TAC 15. You have compromised authority to make entry on Site 1. How copy?
Roger that.
Police, hands up!
With Ready or Not, Void Interactive aims to explore what it's like to be an officer in the elite Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, also known as SWAT. Inspired by real-world events, the game is a blend of first-person action and tactical strategy, wrapped in a unique, detailed, and twisted facsimile of a modern United States. Ready or Not's vision of America is downtrodden, cruel, and corrupt. You're given the difficult task of bringing some semblance of order to a city divided by crime across a single-player story. Team up with friends to take down suspects in a cooperative mode, or battle a rogue movement in PvP. You're placed in the boots of an officer in the city's SWAT, a unit equipped with military hardware, tasked with protection, taking on high-risk situations, and bringing order to chaos. In Ready or Not, you will encounter a wide array of unique characters, all with their own stories that contribute to the narrative thread, from kingpin drug dealers, to beat cops, to schoolchildren. Collaborating with law enforcement, Void Interactive's goal is to create an authentic and accurate tactical experience with Ready or Not. You and your team are able to customize their personnel, gear, and weaponry to appropriately fit each mission's objectives. Armor can be customized to suit your playstyle, and with bullet-mapped interactions, the right selection may be imperative to survival. Where other titles only allow you to kill enemies, Ready or Not attempts to challenge how you handle combat, with a rule-based emphasis on less lethal and safe takedowns.
Gun down! Drop it!
I'm doing what you say.
Yeah, like we're gonna be detained for long.
However, once provoked, the playing field becomes equal.
Lay down!
With an abundance of non-lethal alternatives, such as beanbag shotguns, tasers, and flashbangs, coercing targets into surrendering has never been easier. Levels come with situations that require solving. Each scenario is intelligently randomized, including target locations, suspect protection, traps, and more. Provided within the game is a wide array of tools to assist your SWAT team in navigating and securing the environment, as well as apprehending and combating suspects. Players can create their own strategies during the mission planning phase. For example, knock out the power and slip in under the cover of darkness. Use tactical ladders and door ramps to access places beyond your reach. Command marksmen to take shots at your word with the sniper unit. Load up on CS gas and breach rooms in a white haze. Or get behind a tactical shield for a less bullet-prone approach. All options are available to you when choosing a loadout best fit for your team. Every decision is yours to carry into each mission.
TOC reporting. Entry team, you're cleared to make entry at Wendley. Guest entrance.
Use the wand. Check for targets.
Okay, mirror gun ready. There's a lot of them, and they all have guns.
Ready or Not aims to truly ground the player in its world. Attention has been put into every facet of the player controller, ensuring an immersive tactical first-person experience with an unprecedented level of depth and detail. Players can lean variably in any direction and incrementally change speed on the fly. Entry points like doors can be interacted with in many ways. Players may open them regularly, kick them in, or incrementally swing them open in order to insert a grenade or engage a target. A stealthy SWAT team may lockpick doors in the way, while a more aggressive unit may use a breaching shotgun to gain access. But be careful. Some suspects may booby-trap doors with alarm systems, explosives, or other objects. The world of Ready or Not is unforgiving and brutal by nature. It features both open, maneuverable areas and claustrophobic spaces where one wrong move could make all the difference. While players command their own unit of operators, there's always someone higher in the chain of command looking for answers. Report everything to TOC, Tactical Operations Command, the directive unit tracking your progress. Utilizing integrity and patience in your mission will balance the odds of success. Chaos is dictated by the suspects and civilians' unpredictable nature during each mission. Tension and emotions for them will be high, so sometimes plans can go awry. Projectile types and velocity simulation put a spin on the already raised stakes. Bullets will penetrate through surfaces based on thickness, material, and speed. Ready or Not will accommodate a career mode where the player must orchestrate plans with an AI-driven SWAT team under their command. The game also includes a fierce tactical PvP environment, where the Metro SWAT team will be faced against a rogue movement hell-bent on bringing the city to its knees. Void Interactive has aimed to cover all areas of gameplay by offering a fiercely competitive and entertaining set of multiplayer modes. But we will go into more detail at a later date. Void will aim to support the players in as many ways as possible, which includes the ability for you to host your own dedicated servers, or modify the game in order to add new weapons, textures, characters, levels, and more. Ready or Not is now available for pre-order through Void's website.
Okay, so you're back now, so you've watched it, so what we're going to do is we're going to pause it, and we're going to play it. Now I'm doing it this way over YouTube so I can physically watch it and hear it and see it. It just seems a better way to do it. So you'll first notice, we'll go back there, we kind of messed that up there. Right. Okay, so what you'll first notice is that we have the gas station. Now obviously this game is meant to be based in Los Angeles, so that'll be good because they say Metro SWAT a lot and that is associated with Los Angeles city unit of SWAT. So these are the gas prices and things like that. So I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of siege at the gas station. So I'll go to the next bit. Right, so this is now where we got the SWAT officer getting out of the vehicle. So I don't know whether this is going to be a cutscene each time, or you can choose which way you want to go around and when you get out of the vehicle.
TOC to TAC 15. You have compromised authority to make it.
Right, so the first thing you're seeing now is them slowly walking up with a shield, a shotgun, shield, handgun, with the spy thing where you can hang around the corner. That is here, as you'll see. You've got him with a shotgun.
Entry on Site 1. How copy?
You're walking up slowly. Then you move to this cutscene. It's a bit different. And you have him that has an MP5 there. Let's just make sure that we've got it 1080p. Yeah, right. So we got him with an MP5, with maybe a shotgun there. That's the handle, and he's got a batter ram. So this is a complete different cutscene. Well, not cutscene because this is actual gameplay, but this is a completely different scenario, but in the same place. So you can play the game in many different ways. He's the guy that we originally had. That had the shield. He doesn't have that camera thing on him now. This guy does. The guy that we're playing as, he has like some sort of flashbang. And also what you'll notice is they have red and blue. Now the only other game that has red and blue on the players like that exact thing is the game that I used to play, Swat. Now I'll put a few pictures up on the screen and you'll see where I mean. They have the little tags at the back and that is how you know which team you control. And so I'm assuming it's going to be like that, where you'll be able to control and command your team and what they do. And you'll see a bit of that now because you're going to get them to open the door for you and your character's going to then throw in the flash.
Roger that.
So, you've got them to hit the door down. It was a cutscene, but I'm hoping that's just because it's cinematic. You know, obviously they switch between cinematic and gameplay to make it look cooler. So obviously when you're playing it, he'll just knock the door down and there won't be a cinematic. Right now you can see like a Magnum advert, but he's throwing the flashbang in. Boom, that's gone off. And they're going in, they're approaching. Just going in, and I've just noticed. I'll show you now. The guy now, he does have that camera. I just didn't see it because he was blocking it. So two of them have the cameras. You can you can equip who you want and what you want to wear. Now you got your Glock and he's got a shield. So we're now playing as the front guy. You got your guy with an M4 and he's just kicked the door down. Now we'll go back to that. Kicking the door down is a main option of breach. So you can blow up the doors, kick the doors down, just open it slightly, throw a flashbang in, or open it fully, then throw a flashbang in it. You can use your camera to look underneath it to see there's people, but you're going to see more of that throughout this trailer now. So obviously we have the title and the red thing going across, and it says gameplay trailer at the bottom.
Not.
And now the woman is going to talk a lot, but I'm going to talk over and quieten it down, things like that. But basically she'll explain most of it. So what you can see here is the Bearcat, but they've not called it a Bearcat. So obviously for copyright and all that reason. But you can see the team are in the back and you've got one guy sitting on the back. And as you can see in the background, they are moving.
What it's like to be an officer in the elite Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, also known as SWAT, inspired by real-world events.
So, now this is what has caused a lot of speculation. Is this going to be a training centre where you can only use it on the single player and you will just literally get at the beginning of the game, training centre, and you can access that at any time throughout the campaign and multiplayer? You can just go on to there with your friends or not. Now that's something I'd like to know, and this yellow means he's team leader, just like the old SWAT games. Yellow means you're the team leader in charge and command. But as I was saying, will this sort of open area of breaching through multiple different doors and areas, and we'll see more of that in a little bit, of the layout of the whole sort of warehouse, will it be that you start in that warehouse area and you can be on the computer looking at new kit and equipment, you can be just training on with the single player people or training with your mate, and then you get an actual call out, because that would be quite realistic? Or they're just going to have it where you can walk around, this is the main game, you can go to a computer or start point or something and start the mission or multiplayer. So will you maybe just start up in this area? I don't know. But as you noticed, there doesn't look to be any bullet marks, but you can see bits of wood and bit of ricochet of the bullet actually coming off the wood. So I quite like that, as you can see that bit of wood there and there. So the bullet's going through. Now this is the warehouse again. Now SWAT 4 had this exact thing in the training centre where you have walking areas across the top for the person telling you what to do and watching you train. And then obviously have all your different rooms that you can breach through windows and doors and knock them down and that. Right, so this is a hotel in LA. It's been checked and everything because we know it's in LA. And obviously, I'm assuming this is going to be a place that you come in and you siege and get involved in, obviously.
And twisted.
Now, the next cutscene is a night operation. So that's the first time we've seen in this trailer, or we've seen in at all, nighttime gameplay. So that's going to be cool. Now, there isn't a day or night cycle, so I'm assuming it'll just be, right, you start this mission at night, okay, off you go. Now, the first thing you'll notice as, there's one bad guy here, and here's his arm, the other one, that's coming along. Your character here has night vision on, as you can see, and he's got like a circle here, and it goes black around here.
Facsimile.
So I'm assuming that means he's using the one night vision eye thing that he has, so he can see. But also, he's got his suppressor on, and he's ready to attack. He's got his enemy here with an assault rifle, and I think this one has an assault rifle too. And as you can see, this has been cut out. So it's cut out, so you obviously they've built around this place, meaning that he's probably come through the back through the same sort of cutout, meaning you'll be doing a lot of sneaking and stealthing on this type of mission, because obviously you don't want to get noticed, or you can go out loud probably and shoot them all up, but obviously you're trying to bring them down as much as you can.
Ready or not.
Now, as you'll notice, it was raining in the last cutscene, and it's now still raining here. We're all speculating that this is happening at the same sort of time and same mission, obviously just your different player, or it's you with a different weapon. This is your primary and your handgun was your secondary, or the other way around, depending. Obviously, it's a louder option. You were using a suppressor before, suppressor pistol, but now you're using a shotgun. Now, a cool feature you'll see now is the guy actually uses this. Now, on none of the Call of Duties that I can remember, they ever use these actually. He actually takes it out and puts it in. Takes it out and puts it in. And that is something that is actually cool because they're using features of the gun. They're not just, oh, it's a cosmetic thing just to look cool. Another thing is this guy is wearing a ski mask, and as you can see, he is handcuffed, as that is a feature. It's not like Rainbow Six Siege, it's like the old SWAT games, where you could arrest people, and you could put them down, and all sorts, you can taser people. You'll see more of that a little bit later. Now, what we're going to be moving on to is the SWAT team have gone in, and someone is firing at them.
America
now, as you can see, it's going to come across the screen here, and he's firing across there. He's shot that person. This person here has dropped their shield. So I don't know whether that means he's covering his eye because he's thrown a flashbang, or he's then dropped his shield to go for his assault rifle and just constantly spray at him. These here are shouting, "Get down," is what I'm assuming. And there's a guy in the corner here, as you can see.
And corrupt.
Right, so we have the eye on the ground. It's basically the wand option thing where you can see around corners. I'm sort of making hand signals there as if you could see me. But basically, as you can see, there's a lot of bodies here, and obviously that's an option. You know, you check under doors, you check under and around ceilings, walls, things like that, just so you know where the enemy are. If you want to be a lot more tactical, obviously you could just run in and shoot everyone up, and just hope for the best that there's not people behind you and behind doors and walls, but obviously using that will make it more tactical and realistic. Now you get more of the training simulator here. This is just an open shooting range. Obviously you can see this guy is walking up to cover, so whether this is multiplayer or not would be sort of optional, because I'm not sure, because obviously I don't see on single player this happening, where you're here, say, shooting this target and an NPC just walks up to there, unless it's part of the main campaign where it's like, oh, okay, just show you the tutorial, I'll have some other NPCs on the shooting range. I feel like this could be something to do with the multiplayer. Maybe you're at that booth that we were talking about at the beginning, where you're in that warehouse and there's different areas of shooting ranges and kill houses, pretty much, because that's what the SAS call them. They call them kill houses, where they train and learn to raid buildings. Obviously this is just a shooting range, and he's walking up, he's reloading his weapon, and as you can see there's more bullets coming off and there's loads of wood coming off, and he's moving closer. Now the next thing you'll see is, here you go, you've got a online player name. So this is the bit of online players that sort of shows you what you can do, and this also makes me think, because I've not really fully watched the trailer fully through, this is also the training centre we were at, and they're now going to raid the place and train. Now as you can see, you've got Roger that's blue, so that means one person will be yellow, 2 people will be blue, and 2 people will be red. Normally that's what happened in SWAT. Obviously there might be more on this, there might be less, it depends how many people you have online. I don't know whether if you don't have enough players then you have an NPC, or if you have enough players you can't play it, you have to get a randomer. But we'll see more of that. Now I'm not sure what this bar is. So as you saw, it flashed yellow then, meaning there was another player he aimed at that was yellow in the leader. But what I'm wondering is it going to be online, you have to have the max amount of players, otherwise you need to get a randomer in. Or is it going to be, oh, you can have 3 mates and yourself, that makes 4. Or you're going to have 4 and then a team leader. That's something you will find out obviously later. But this here is meant to be the stamina levels. Apparently, that's what it's been told. So these little bars here, these little white lines, the more they go up, the quicker stamina you have and the quicker you go. So we'll go back.
Friends to take
So
down
this is thingy
suspects
here.
in a cooperative mode.
And it's meant to go up, and it went up a tiny bit, but not loads. So obviously we'll go back. So, as you can see, they've got quite nice weapons. The skins on them are all good. He looks like he's got medic stuff on him, so that'll be the medic, I'm assuming. So the players have breached. They're going in. They're shooting as they go in. Now, this is the only really bit of multiplayer you get to see, and it's the first time we've seen multiplayer. It's going to be multiplayer like Rainbow Six Siege, where you'll have your usual team deathmatches, your bomb, like defuse the bomb, and you'll have your hostage save in ones.
Or battle a rogue.
But this is just PvP. So you can either be SWAT or the militia. Now, obviously, I'm assuming that's SWAT, because if we go back just a tiny bit,
movement.
He looks more like SWAT than this guy does. But obviously we can't see him. Now, this is a cutscene that I'm assuming is from the campaign. Could be wrong. It could be a cutscene that they use when you're loading onto online, so you look cool. I don't know. But it shows different customization on each character. This guy hasn't got his helmet on yet. He hasn't got a mask on. This guy hasn't got a mask on, but he's got a helmet on with a camera. It just shows different variety. But it does look cool the way they're walking like that, and the other officers are looking at them.
Taking on high-risk situations and bringing order to chaos. In Ready or Not?
Right, now this also, right, looks like, remember Far Cry when it showed you each of the players on the game? It was like, okay, this is Faith, this is, I can't remember any of the other players. But yeah, it was like, these are the main people. So I don't know whether we're going to get trailers on each person, because now if you watch this,
you will encounter a
we get like a little
array of unique characters.
Bit of a show here, and a little bit of show like this. It's a bit like the Rainbow Six ones, where it'll have a bit of info on the player, and it's also like the Far Cry ones, whether we're going to get a trailer on each person, I don't know.
With their own stories.
But these seem to be the bad guys.
Thread. From kingpin drug dealers.
Kingpins.
To beat cops.
And beat cops.
To school children.
To school children. Ready or Not, exploring the police experience. So this is where we get fully in depth.
Void Interactive's goal is to create an authentic and accurate tactical experience with Ready or Not. You and your team.
So as you can see here, there's loads of different things. So you can wear masks with goggles, just masks. Obviously, you can put a helmet on with the night vision, helmet with no night vision. You can have your shields. You don't have to have your shield.
To customize their person.
You can have your handguns. You can have all the different sights and lights and things like that. You can have your zip ties. You can have handcuffs, like the metal folding ones. You can have your M4s, MP5s. Yeah, here you go. You can see more of like the submachine guns and assault rifles. You've got a body kit here that's different to the other one back here. You've got backpacks where he's not got a backpack. So you'll have optional medic kits and things like that. The different helmets too with the different things. So this one has a light on it. And also I'm assuming that's a camera. This guy's wearing a headset. That guy's wearing a headset. But back there wasn't a guy wearing a headset. He was just wearing his mask. Right, so
only allow you.
We're in the building. And he's having a shootout with someone. Now, what we're not getting to see right now is the aiming mechanic. Now, I know that's not really a big thing, but he isn't aiming, so that doesn't show us 100% that will be is to aim, because in SWAT 4, the aiming's weird, but I'm assuming this is going to be like your normal shooter game. You'll be able to aim down the sight properly. They're just not showing that off yet. So, obviously, it's in a full combat. Now, what you can see is kind of cool. This is going to be like interactive menus, so you have your entry points, and your exit menus and things like that. Then you have your grenade, then you have your handgun, then you have your stinger grenade, you have your flashbang, you have your shotgun that could be a breaching shotgun or whatever other shotgun you want. Then you've got your parva spray, so you spray it. Then you've got, I can't tell if that's a shield or not, but we'll go back to that. You've got your shield, your MP5 or submachine gun. You've got, maybe they're flashbangs and not parva actually. Maybe they're flashbangs and not parva. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe part of it's in the game, maybe it's not, but they are flashbangs. So then also you've got your magazines. So you got 1 mag for that, 24 for that, and 4 for that. Obviously you've got a weight system here, so that'll be, depending on which player you're playing as, who you are, you'll have a different weight system, obviously, of all the weapons you can carry and the medical stuff that you can carry. So that's good. Then now you're going to see that breaching where you open the door a little bit, and you throw in the stinger that fires loads off little balls. And then now what you'll notice is, this is a paintball gun. This is a submachine gun, but it's a paintball version. And what he's doing is, if he goes to shoot him, or he goes to now aim the gun at him, he'll shoot paintballs, because that'll hopefully hurt him and tell him to get on the ground. It's a less lethal option. Instead of using submachine guns and assault rifles, use paintball guns, just like SWAT 4. Now the only thing I don't like is when he does this. Watch. Puts the gun down, but as he puts the gun down then, he literally aims it at you. See, he's aiming. Now real life, SWAT would shoot him just for aiming the gun. But I like the mechanic, the way, you know, it aims. It aims the gun down on the floor, but it does aim it at you, so that's an issue. But obviously, I like that mechanic, it's cool. It's a game that I want to do that. It's a realistic SWAT game. I want to be able to arrest people and detain, not just go in and shoot them. It's not a military game, it's a tactical SWAT game. Now, what you'll also notice is, here you can see sort of this is the handcuff animation, and it seems to be a game that's just full of different things. So as you can see, as we breach, you can see this little icon and everything. And then when we get to actually looking at him, there's an icon there to get him to put him on the floor, and there's another icon there arresting him. There's just loads of different icons. So be aware, it is going to be a game that's just got icons on everything you can touch and use and interact with. Right, so now you can see SWAT officer with a shield and handgun shooting in. You've got one here with an assault rifle or submachine gun, and you've got one off to the side. Now, you're the leader, and you've commanded them to open and clear. So as you're moving in, this guy's getting shot, and obviously this is a point that you wouldn't get to see at that view. This is the camera cinematic mode that they use. He's got a shotgun, and he seems to be in the ganger, the guy that you arrest, or it may be the same suspect, just from a different point of view, because each time you play this game from a different way, it's going to be, the enemy will be in a different place, the hostages will be in different places. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be like, oh, the hostage is always in the same place, the bomb's always in the same place. People are always going to be the same place. The people will move about and actually run away from you. Now you're seeing some contact of shooting and a lot of shooting in a warehouse area or dock area that we saw before. Now this is something interesting in. The taser. Again, another less lethal option. We'll go back to that. So we're here, we're seeing the shooting in the warehouse, and then the taser is getting used on this guy that went down. Now we're seeing another less lethal option of getting people on the floor. Smoke grenades, flashbangs. And again, another less lethal option is, we will slow that down to this. And as you're seeing, he was using his paintball gun again. So there you go, less lethal. And now he's been able to detain the guy, and he's not dead and he's not injured. So that's cool. I like that. So now you see him. The sort of tactical uniform you get. Obviously you got binoculars, the camera / light. He's got his gun here. He's wearing a different uniform to what the others were wearing in that other screenshot that we saw. Setting
Levels
the
come
scene.
with situations that require solving.
So this is the trade center. This guy's got a gun, so obviously you're going to shoot him.
Each scenario is
And that person is going to be the hostage. Now this is cool. I've not actually seen this. Even when I was watching the trailer a little bit, I didn't notice they had a drone. That'd be cool. Because obviously, Rainbow Six Siege, you have your little foot drones. But this is more realistic to what SWAT would use. A drone that can fly overhead and just be like hovering around. Get out once it's got its information. Obviously you can see it's being used. It tells you how fast and how far you can get. Now this is the gas station that we were in before. That says for you. And if we go back to here, that says for you. Now obviously I'm going to have to find that place. That's fine. There we go. Found it. So he's using the stinger. It says authorized officers only. So I'm assuming he's going to throw that, because there seems to be someone there. And here you go. There's more icons telling you what you can do. So you can put a clamp on the door. So the person can't open it out towards you. You can only push it in. And that's what I have an issue with on SWAT 4, because I've been playing that a lot recently. Since I heard about this was coming out in 2020, and it's definitely confirmed. Been playing more SWAT, and basically if you don't put one of the wedges in the way, that door will come to you, and then they'll be able to shoot you. But if you open the door to them, you have the element of surprise. Now, as you can see, that door seemed to be locked, so that's going to be cool. You're going to have to pick lock things and breach doors. Seems to be a shootout. He's not exactly shooting him. When they have put fire down, he's injured, and now he's dead. So basically, at first he was sort of slumped down because he'd been shot, and then obviously he went to fire again, and they just shot him. Now this is more of the night vision at that same sort of area, because these are cargo containers, and we were in a cargo container in that stealth mission, so from these don't seem to be cut out. But he's using his laser sight and his hollow scope and his assault rifle, and he's proper firing that there. Night vision's just gone down, some probably multiplayer or team player. And now this is where you get to see some of your kit. This has never been in the game before online, and single player really, using a telescopic ladder, where you'll be able to just pull it out, just like SAS use on the back of them trucks. You'll see, I'll get a picture of them if I can find one. They pop it up against the window, and in they go. Just what armed police use too. Little ladder that just gets them over the glass and over everything dangerous. Also, we're going to be using something that's not really in games, is it? It's the knock knock battering ram. That'll be kind of cool if you're the player playing as that. Now what we're getting to see is that obviously X, so far as we're aware, it is only a PC game at the moment. But I'm not 100% sure. I'll do some more research and let you know in the next video I do. But as far as I'm aware, at the moment it is still just a PC game. It was leaked that it was going to be for PC, PS4 and Xbox, but nothing ever heard. We didn't hear anything else about that. It was literally just, oh, it's PC. So we've seen a sniper against some guy wearing a Nazi sort of symbol here and a Nazi symbol here. And they've got someone a hostage. So he's just taking the hostage out there. And then what we can see here is that bullets are coming through here. So I don't know whether he's just shot the door, someone's shooting out at him. I guess that's something we'll find. Right, he's throwing a flashbang in. Or smoke, I mean. And now, as you can see, here you go. You've got the out view of what they were when they wear the, you know, like the gas masks. They don't have two holes anymore. They just have one big optional one that goes around the hole. And, yeah, that's what they're using. Because obviously this person is kind of choking on the smoke. So they can just go in, gas masks, and go. That'd be cool. They're just literally equipping your gas mask at the last second, throwing a smoke grenade in, and then going in. Now, it seems really weird, because when you get to this point here, it's all fuzzy. So I'm assuming that's some sort of weird grenade that has affected you. And then this is, you have failed the mission. I don't know why it's saying they failed the mission, but I'm assuming it means they've killed too many people, they've shot a hostage or something weird like that. Here you go, you see more of them. So there's two here, another one there, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yourself, and another one hanging out the back. So overall that's 8, and as the vehicle is moving, that's at least 9 and 10. Whether there's another person sitting on the side here making 11 or 12, you don't know. But this is a big team if you think about it. And they've all got UMP, or UMP if you want to call it that. They've got M4, I think that's an M4. That is not that, so that does look a tiny bit like a Scar, but I don't think it is. That's an M4, I can't tell what he's got. I'm sure one of them had a shotgun. There you go, one guy's hanging out the back door. Medic kit. So, now as you see, they're moving in from this side, and these guys are moving in from this side. So whether this is online or not, we won't know. But it's basically, as you can see, this guy here is not yellow, meaning he's not in control and command. So this could possibly be online.
Talk reporting.
Yeah, right, so that's just proved to me that's online, because that showed an online player name. So, that's good, because it shows that you can have quite a lot of people online doing one massive siege. Now these are moving in, So you've probably got blue over here is this side. You've got red some here, a blue here. So he's covering these. So this guy will make the breach. He'll be then the first one to enter. He'll support him. He'll support the door as well as this guy. And obviously they'll do whatever they're doing. There you go. So he's commander. But he's got the shield. So he should go in first technically.
Wand. Check for targets.
Right, so they're looking for targets. They're using the wands.
Mirror gun ready.
Right. Have they seen anyone?
There's a
No,
lot
they've
of
not seen anyone. Oh, there's a lot of them.
guns.
Right, so they know there's no hostages in. Right, so he's done a flashbang in. Or a 9-bang, I should say. Hooked on the
Ready
feet
or not
on our
aims to
feeling.
truly ground the player.
Right, so look at the detail in this game. So he's going in. He's ready. Okay. He's being stunned by something, that player. But again, he's still shooting. And the guy was using one hand, whether he's being shot in the arm or not. You see more of the mechanics of the training centre. There you go. Explosive on the door. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Go through. As you can see, any door is accessible. And if you go into a building, every door is openable. So that is a good thing, because that means that everywhere will be like a mystery. Is someone behind that? Someone not behind that? You won't get to a door and go, "Oh, it's not openable." You'll also know it's openable because that's there, and it'll have a cross on it if it's not openable. And obviously there's different ways of opening it. Shotgun, blowing the hinges off, using a hinge puller. I'm trying to think of the official name, but yeah, you could use one of them. Now, as you can see, the enemies can place traps with a grenade. Why? You walk over that, boom. So obviously you're going to have to be aware of traps and use your thing all the time. Now, obviously some people are going to kill hostages. You're going to have to make sure that you get medical attention to them. So it might be like SWAT, where you press F on them. And then obviously they bring in a medic once you've finished. But you can see a lot of different weapons the enemies are using. I doubt you'll get to use them. I don't know, but this looks like he's picking up the weapon to seize it, so that's all good. And then he's making a radio communication to say this person's down. Again, radio communication, this person's down. He's using the taser just because he knows that person's dead and they're not a threat, but just in case they are. Okay, so there's a lot of gunfire. There was an assault rifle, and if we go back, a teammate has just gone down, so a SWAT member's gone down. Now, this is militia, not SWAT. That's a gangster or a drug dealer, maybe. Okay, it shows that you will be able to shoot through walls. So if you say get your little camera under the wall, you set up one team on one side and a team on the other. Setting up 2 teams, you might be able to shoot across. So these shoot this way and these shoot that way. So obviously, if a team's on this side of the wall, they're not going to shoot from there. And what I mean is, these people then, if you have a team over here and a team over here, they can shoot across to each other. But you have a team here or there, they can shoot through and they can shoot through and they're not hitting each other. As long as you know there's no hostages.
Projectile types and velocity simulation put a spin on the already raised stakes. Bullets will penetrate through surfaces based on...
So, like I was just saying, bullets will penetrate through things. Obviously, they will be slowed down by like metal doors, but if you have like a weak wooden wall, it's coming right through. Weak plastic coming through.
thickness, material, and speed. Ready or Not will accommodate a career.
Now, this looks good because this looks like a desk. That means your campaign could be quite interesting. It could be that you start at the police headquarters all the time, at the SWAT headquarters, and you can sort of just access the PC when you want to start missions or go down to the training simulator.
Mode, where the player must orchestrate plans with an AI-driven SWAT team under their command. The game also includes a fierce tactical PvP environment, where the Metro SWAT team will be faced...
See, there you go, Metro SWAT, that normally means SWAT in Los Angeles.
...against a rogue movement, hell-bent on bringing the city to its knees. Void Interactive has aimed to cover all areas of gameplay by offering a fiercely competitive and entertaining set of multiplayer modes. But we will go...
So basically, single player is going to be the main base of the game, but obviously single player with co-op, so basically you'll be able to get all your mates on, basically, and have a laugh. But you're all SWAT against the terrorists or the hostage people, hostage takers. And you and your mate will then work to take out the hostiles. But if you go on PvP and things like that online, obviously you and your mates can go against the enemies, or you can probably have private matches where a few of you go on one side and a few on the other.
Go into more detail at a later date. Void will aim to support the players in as many ways as possible, which includes the ability for you to host your own dedicated servers.
So if you can host your own dedicated servers, that's good, because then you can set up your own server for your
Or
mates.
modify the game in order to add new weapons, textures.
So this looks cool because that looks like a window thing. I don't know whether that's a bit like Siege where you can put the window and you can see out but no one can see in, or it's going to take out windows, like you put it on a window and it sucks the window off the hinges and the seal.
Characters, levels, and more.
Now what they said there was characters, so that could mean that you could possibly get SAS characters, because a lot of that gameplay meets what the SWAT would do, the SAS would do. So you might be able to get some SWAT outfits in that, or SAS outfits I should say, and go in and act like SAS. Or not, that's totally up to you. You're going to be able to get loads of different varieties because the modding community is massive on PC.
Ready or Not is now available for pre-order through Void's website.
So you can pre-order it, but as you can see here, I'll just get rid of that. Okay, that's how it works. You can basically 2020 is the game release. You'll hear about it in probably this year's E3 is when we'll next hear about it probably. And then obviously you've got 2019 early access sort of thing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. I hope I haven't annoyed you with the details. Obviously look at it yourself, enjoy it. And well, I'll see you guys next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, press the notification button down below for instant notifications. And we'll see you guys in the next video.